Hello, my lovelies. Well, Laurence Fox has decided to get involved and give his opinion on the Andrew Laurence affair. Andrew Laurence, who is a comedian who the other day put out a post on X which offended a lot of Scousers, not just Scousers, offended a lot of people. And it led to him being cancelled from certain venues, comedy venues. I'll put a link to the videos I've previously done about this if you want. If you don't know about it, but most people know about it on this side of YouTube. Anyway, instead of, as I would have thought would have been the best thing to do, to think, well, I've got to think of my career, I've got to think of my bank balance, because let's point it out, it's not the first time that Andrew Laurence has had himself cancelled. He could be a big TV presence now, but he got himself cancelled by what he was saying. Basically, previously he'd been attacking the very people he should have been trying to fit in with, whether he liked them or not, if he wanted to be a successful comedian, major comedian on TV. But he decided to attack the very people that could help him be successful or block his way. It's another issue whether you think that's fair or not. But this debate has started. Should a comedian be cancelled because of gallows humour and because people get offended by it? It's this. People have the right to be offended, but people also have the right to offend under free speech. Now, he went on and doubled down and, to me, did something very unadvisable. He produced a video which was definitely intended to cause as much offence as he could to all Scousers. Not just the ones that complained about him, all Scousers he went out to attack. And he's continued in this. Well, he put out a post on X, which I put up here, which is just, he's really, you can tell he's angry, he's really angry. And so he's digging the hole for his own coffin, career-wise. He's just digging it. You can see what he's doing. Well, Laurence Fox has decided he's wanted to get involved. And this is what Laurence Fox has said. This is how it's done. When the outrage erupts and a bit of gallows humour and the cancellers gather to destroy you, double down on the piss taken. Bravo, clap, clap, clap. Straight away when I saw that, I thought, oh, Andrew, don't take any advice from Laurence Fox. Actually, a good bit of advice to anyone is, before you take advice from everyone, look at how successful they have been in their careers. Laurence Fox was cancelled, whether you think rightly or not, or wrongly, it's your decision, from his acting career that ended. Then he was successfully sued for libel by two drag queens that are accused of being a danger to children, but put it more pointedly. And other things have happened for him. Now, that would give me the idea that he would not be the best person to follow his advice if Andrew Laurence wants any chance of being able to get himself out of this, which I think he's making it more and more impossible for that to happen. Look, it's one thing having to go at the woke, privileged people in high up in the entertainment industry and television. It's one thing having to go at them, but when you're actually attacking a whole city of people who've just suffered a shock to what was a wonderful day where children were injured, you know, he hasn't made it easy for himself. He hasn't, but that's up to him. As I say, that's up to him. If he wants to do that, do it. But he has to take the consequences. Why should any venue, and this is it, why should any venue risk offending or annoying potential punters who are going to come to that place, that venue, by supporting Andrew Lance's right to offend. Why should they? Let him defend his right to offend. Let him do it himself. It's his career. It's his bank balance he's ruining. Let him do it. That's the way I see it. But a woman on under this Laurence Fox post said something interesting. This is classic Bernard Manning humour. Unfortunately, it's apparently not funny anymore. Well, one, that's not correct. It's not Bernard Manning humour. Bernard Manning could be said to have had racist humour, certainly. But one thing he did when he was having a go, because look, there's always been banter going between Mancunians and Scousers. There's always been, it's like the Welsh and the Scousers. There's always banter going between the two. There always is. Now, Bernard Manning used to have a go at people like Ken Dodd, Jimmy Tarbuck. He'd have goals at people like that, or if he did have a little snipe at Liverpool, it was known that it wasn't malicious. Scousers used to go to his club to have a good laugh. He used to come to Liverpool. So Bernard Manning certainly is no Andrew Laurence. He was controversial, Bernard Manning, yeah, but he was controversial because he was a comedian that was out of his time, or he was going into a time that was rejecting that kind of comedy. But he certainly didn't go out of his way to offend Scousers as a whole or outrage them, like Andrew Laurence is determined to do. But I just thought I'd say, Andrew, if you hear this, be careful of taking, or think very hard before taking any advice from the likes of Laurence Fox, because he's an example of what can happen when you do double down. You lose everything. You want to do that, that's up to you. You want to die on a cross of the right to offend, that's up to you. But I'd be thinking, if I was a comedian, oh, wait a minute, this is a business. This is a business. I've got to put food on my table, pay me bills. I think I might just not double down, but it's up to him. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, my lovelies.